Welcome to Same Cast Different Day podcast. I'm Martel Roland.
And I'm Tina Marie.
I just want to go on record and say I got a better internet connection, y'all. I mean, Tina looks a little bit blurry for me, but I got a better internet connection. I don't know what's
What
going
is
on.
happening?
I don't know, but we here, we live, and we feeling good. It's Memorial Day weekend. We all should feel good today, right? Right? We all feel good. Everybody had a good. Oh no, Memorial Day is tomorrow. I'm sorry, I'm ahead of schedule, but it's Memorial Day weekend still, and hopefully everybody's doing good, feeling good, y'all. Cause I got so full earlier. I couldn't even drink no water. I was so full earlier. I'm just saying, it felt good. But to kick things off, uh, Tina had came across a story about a teacher. By the way, this is gonna be random stuff as we go throughout the show because I didn't put nothing in order. But Tina had a story about a teacher doing some no nos in the workplace with a Barbie doll.
So I guess that's my cue to talk about the story. So I came across a story about a teacher in Florida that is seen. It was a video of her wrapping one of the cords hanging from the TV around the neck of a black baby doll, and then she just kind of left it at the front of the classroom. So allegedly, the teacher laughed and claimed she did it to get their attention. And I'm like, yeah, you definitely got a whole bunch of people attention doing that. So of course the parents are outraged. It was one of the students that was in the classroom that actually recorded the incident. So that's where the proof came from. But it does not say like what grade this was or anything like that. It's real kind of vague with the story. But when I was watching the video, I was like, you gotta be kidding me. She knew what she was doing. So the teacher was Caucasian, a Caucasian woman. Um, and it's disturbing. I mean, you can't just go around wrapping cords around black baby dolls at the front of a classroom and leave it hanging there talking about some you was trying to get their attention. There are better ways to get the attention of a group of students. And if you can't get a handle on the situation and you decide to do something like that, maybe teaching just isn't the profession you should be in.
Yeah. I learned a long time ago. If you ain't got the patience to do it, then just don't do it because it's not going. It ain't worth the time or energy or going to jail for or losing your livelihood. It's just not worth it. And that teacher ought to do better because now you're gonna be deemed as a racist and ain't nobody gonna want to work with you. So that's even more worrisome.
It's a wrap. I mean, it's probably a few schools, depending on her viewpoints and stuff like that, they might be like, yes, we want a teacher like that in our school,
That is
because
true.
there are some schools out there like that. So she probably would still be able to find a job, but that that's just inexcusable to me. And it has no, in my mind, has no other rationale other than she was attempting to be racist.
Right. That's how I see it. It's just not. It's 2026. Ain't any reason why we should be using tactics like that. And then, well, we do got a sitting president who basically says it's okay to be racist. So there's that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
Um, would you like to talk about the finding the my find a black doctor? I'm sorry. It says we've been live for an hour and 4 minutes already. I don't understand what's going on at the top of the clock. Does it say that for you?
No, it says 4 minutes and 55
Okay,
seconds.
so I don't know what's going on my side, but okay, it says 1 hour and 5 minutes in. Okay, uh, you want to talk about the find? What was it called again?
The
Uh, yeah.
findablackdoctor.com. Yeah, sure. So I ran across another random interesting story. And it sounds like a conservative nonprofit group is suing a website and its founder because they feel like it's discriminating. So the website is called findablackdoctor.com. And it is geared towards helping individuals find either a black healthcare provider or dentist. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
the nonprofit organization that is outraged about this is called Do No Harm. They are a conservative group, and they're basically saying that this is discriminating against non-black physicians by only allowing black healthcare providers and dentists to be listed. Now, what the kicker is, like actual black physicians in America, it only makes up 5.7% of total physicians in our nation. So, I mean, I really don't understand why somebody would be outraged like that because people can make their own websites for things like that. Um, patients have the right to have a preference, male, female, certain gender, a certain age, certain credentials, so we have
Mm-hmm.
choices. And that's why things like that are made there. It's public knowledge so people can have a choice. I mean, I don't understand what the problem is. There are many, like again, 5.7% of the physicians in this land are black, and they're mad about a website geared towards allowing people find those 5.7% of doctors. It's crazy.
Right. One of the things that when me and Tina had
And
talked
type it
about
in.
this earlier was the fact that some people, black people, don't feel comfortable with white doctors. They feel comfortable with somebody who looks like them. I'm
Right.
pretty sure that you guys have seen previously. It's been in TV shows. It's been all over the news before at one point too, where a lot of black women were dying after childbirth because of racism by, white nurses and white doctors. And there are some people who just prefer to have a healthcare provider who looks like them and can talk and explain stuff to them in a way that they understand. And that's why some people are more comfortable with doing that. So why not give them the tool or let them have the tool to find a black doctor to be able to take care of their needs? Like, I don't see anything wrong with it because I'm pretty sure there's another website out there where it's all white doctors on there. Probably, I don't know. We don't know because it ain't been made public that I know of. So I'm just saying it's out there probably.
I don't really understand why anyone cares. Like, you get what I'm
That
saying?
that too.
I don't get that.
Um, I guess should we talk about the what happened at the White House, or is there any of these other ones you want to cover before we move on?
Let me take a look. So,
Because I'm telling y'all, it's been some. Oh, and by the way, whoever the person is, it's not me. By the way, I just want to point that out before we get she look. Uh, Whoever's setting the cars on fire on the east side, don't stop doing that. I was just saying it was not me because my friends don't let me choose violence no more.
which other friends don't let you choose violence? Because I feel like I'm the only one.
You, Mary, uh,
Really? She's against it?
yeah, Nicholas,
Hmm.
uh, worthless piece of shit. Uh,
Okay, so yeah. Okay, I'm glad.
well, all y'all just saying.
No. Terrible, terrible role model. No. Don't do it. So just briefly, I came across a story. I didn't get a chance to dive into it too deep. It looks like Representative Jasmine Crockett introduced a Stop Trump Act in an effort to block taxpayer money from funding Trump related settlements and the January 6th claims. Um, I mean, I knew it was going to happen, right? I
Mm-hmm.
believe it was another article I ran across where it was it the Metro DC police? It was two members of that police
Yep.
department.
Yep, there was a police officer who filed a lawsuit once Trump announced that he was one of the police officers who were there when the January 6th thing was happening, and my notes won't pop up.
Yeah. So they're both basically suing the same thing that Jasmine Crockett is trying to stop. And I believe it was what, like $1.8 billion or something. This, and they called it a
Yeah.
slosh fund or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was supposed to be money that was supposed to be paid out to victims of January 6th, basically the insurrectionists, the people who stormed the Capitol. It was a fund that was basically created for them to be able to sue the government to get money back.
Mm-hmm.
A
And
mess.
the two police officers is like, Cap, we was there,
Right.
And President Trump was egging them on,
Oh, so
basically.
it was retired Capitol Police Officer Harry Dunn of D.C. Metropolitan Police Officer Daniel Hughes, two of the officers who are defended the Capitol who defended the Capitol rioters on January 6th. Have filed a federal lawsuit seeking a shutdown of Donald Trump's nearly 1.8 billion so-called anti-weaponization fund. Their lawsuits invoke Section 4 of the 14th Amendment, which states that the United States cannot assume or pay any debt accrued in aid of insurrection or rebellion. So there you go. I hope I hope that goes through because, like I said, 1.7, like I said, we still like gas is high, food is high. Put that $1 billion towards making things affordable again. Instead, you want to give your
I feel
friends
like that's
payout.
just all the tariff tax money that he's spending.
Well, he was ordered to give that back to the companies that paid the tariff
Did
taxes. So
he?
all that money had to go back to the company. We don't know yet. No company has reported on it, so we don't exactly know yet.
Hmm.
Um, there were some other stories that I didn't get in on a few weeks ago that came about, and I wanted to mention. So everybody remember Luigi Mangiano?
Yeah.
So key evidence ruled inadmissible in Luigi's case in his murder case. So there's a good chance he might actually get off. He might be the first man to get off of murdering somebody on camera, allegedly.
I mean, if they did, I mean, if he's innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yeah,
So if they did collect enough, if there was enough evidence present that he could possibly get a guilty verdict from a jury, and
yeah,
if they did not follow proper protocol, that's on them.
yeah. A lot of it was proper protocols because I believe his personal items was not searched
Yeah,
without having a warrant. So
yeah,
that some of that stuff is that I guess is going to be thrown out. And
yeah. It's gonna be
also,
inadmissible.
there's an update about Kilmar Abria Garcia. A judge had made a rule. Well, a judge dismissed the indictment that the I guess the federal government or Tennessee was trying to hold against him to have him deported or whatever. So a
Mm.
judge had threw his case out, and he is a free man.
For now.
Right for now, which is I don't know how.
Unfortunately, that's such an unfortunate thing that we have to say because he was free and then got locked up again.
Right. And also there were some news reporters after the story broke about the Trump people not receiving the Trump phones. So there were some news investigators who I guess whoever the company is that was responsible for the Trump phone, they sent certain people Trump phones, and this is basically a basic Android phone with a True Social app already downloaded on there. And the phone is not. They promised the phone was going to be made in America, and they took it off their
Of
website.
course
So the
not.
phone wasn't made in America either. So I feel like it was just a quick phone that they put together. It literally looks like a large Google, like them Google phones. That's what it
Hmm.
literally looks like. It looks like a Google phone on front, and probably a knockoff iPhone 17 from the back, I think. And it's terrible. It's just terrible. Um. All right. So I got some clips for us to get through and then go through and explain. Uh, so the title of the show was just "Shit is Getting Real." So in case you guys don't know, Aaron Parnas, I have never heard this man cuss before. And the news and everything that this current administration is doing is stressing him somehow so much. It's stressing him out so much. This man was cussing, and the fact that he started off the video, it wasn't breaking news or good morning. It was shit's getting real, and then he just got into the story.
Hmm.
That's how you know things are bad. So I have a few videos from him because there's been a lot going on. Stories that he's been that I haven't seen on local news here. It hasn't been mentioned on any of our local news websites that he's stories that he's broke also. So we're gonna play some of the clips and then we're gonna discuss.
Wait until you hear this shit. Overnight, the Trump administration changed rules and changed definitions to make it easier for landlords to evict tenants with service animals across the country. New York Times is reporting that the Department of Housing and Urban Development has changed and narrowed the definition of what a assistance animal is. Specifically, assistance animals that are allowed to live with disabled Americans in housing. This move could eventually lead to thousands of service animals and their owners to be evicted by landlords across the country. Essentially, what they're trying to do is say that emotional support animals would not qualify as assistance animals. And while lawyers that spoke to the New York Times say this could impact a lot of tenants, including veterans with PTSD. So essentially, effective immediately, HUD will exclude emotional support animals and will more strictly police what a qualified service animal is when granting accommodations for disabled tenants around the country. I'll have more updates for you soon. Spread the word, and as always, follow along to stay updated on all the news you need to know about.
So we had a kind of a conversation about that not too long ago. Remember, we were kind of discussing that um, the difference between a service animal and an emotional
Oh
support
yeah, yeah,
animal.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not surprised to hear that. And like I was telling Martell, like, in order, where I work at, we've seen a lot of people come in with paperwork for emotional support animals. So basically, they can continue to live in their household, right? Now, the thing is, an emotional support animal is different from a service animal. Service animals usually have some type of something on them that identifies them as a service animal, um, and they go through a lot of rigorous training.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's a difference between them. Emotional support animals are more like pets that you already had, and the latter is more so you get an animal that's already trained, then becomes your pet, kind of, um so I did kind of see this coming. I'm not sure why. I mean, I do feel like people try to find loopholes in the system so they can keep their pets that they weren't supposed to have anyway in their home. And I understand how pets become part of the family, and you don't want to get rid of them or rehome them. Um, but yeah, it's yeah.
Um,
Now
because there was.
I think it's kind of weak for them to try to rename it or change the verbiage,
Mm-hmm.
and now HUD is excluding, and for it to be specifically HUD, which usually is geared towards lower income families, so that they can afford owning homes and things like that, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
like it's just geared towards that. So that part I don't like.
Right. So there was a bill that was just passed that have stopped these large corporations from being able to buy a lot of homes and stuff like that. And then for people who don't know, there are a lot of these large corporations who own like these apartment buildings. So it might be like um I don't know what they're like called shell companies, but they're like investment companies. And they go and they buy like apartment buildings and houses all across America, so they can have thousands of houses under their umbrella. And
Like
I
a
feel like
trust. It's a trust
yeah,
by law.
yeah. And they so
Mm-hmm.
they own all these properties and everything. So that's what's keeping this business afloat. So then they rent out these properties. They're like, well, they might got tenants that like they got these emotional support animals. And let's just say like I don't know if it's in the law, it's the law. Like so most people they say sometimes some apartments allow pets, but you just have to pay like an extra $50 a month for rent or something like that. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
if it's the same for emotional support animals where like, oh, it's emotional support animals, so you don't have to pay that extra fee or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is just a way for a large corporation to be like, yeah, we're gonna charge you for the animal or you get out. I mean, I
Well, I
feel like
was
there's
going to
money
say,
behind it.
so it's
I
been
feel
a
like
really long
I feel
time
like
since I
when it comes
rented.
to this government, I feel like the only reason these rules change it's some type of money behind it. It's some type of money
Yeah.
that we just
Yeah,
ain't
of
figured out yet
course.
that's
Of
behind it.
course.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I feel like the whole thing is about. Like you said, like HUD is like for the lower class, communities and all these other kind of things, and then to these people who are living in lower class, people like, well, if you're lower class and you're living in, what they call them, kind of like rent control apartments or whatever, and it's like, well, how can you afford an animal if you have, you're living in low income, like you're not supposed to be able to eat all that kind of stuff. So yeah, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, it's some type of money behind it. Like, oh, well, now I got to charge you full rent because you have this emotional support animal now, type stuff. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's where I feel like things are going. So let's head into another one of Aaron Clips because, like I said, did like the stuff that he was talking about this week. It was just like, what else can we expect next? Like at this point, it's just like they're doing stuff just because they need to make a news headline. But let's continue.
Overnight, the Department of Justice, while you were asleep, started conducting a mass purge of its websites to delete references to January 6th insurrectionists. The Department of Justice says it's proud to do so, but the internet is forever and screenshots were captured. This press release, where a Houston man was sentenced to prison for assaulting law enforcement with dangerous weapons on January 6, 2021, a man who at the same time had a pending child solicitation case in Texas, this has been deleted. This was taken by Merrill Cornfield, a journalist. When confronted about it, the Department of Justice says there's nothing quiet about these deletions. We are proud to reverse the DOJ's weaponization under the Biden administration. We will do everything in our power to make whole those who were persecuted for political purposes. This includes stripping DOJ's website of partisan propaganda. Individuals who assaulted law enforcement, who had pending child solicitation cases, will now be made whole. DOJ doesn't want you to see this. Spread the word. Follow for more. So the Department of Justice is racing to rewrite history right now, actively deleting pages related to January 6th insurrectionists. I need your help. I'm racing at the same time to try to archive pages before they're taken down or completely scrubbed from the internet. I've been able to secure the indictments of multiple January 6th defendants, including Oath Keepers and Proud Boys and more. I've also, the Wayback Machine has helped because there are many archived pages of press releases that the DOJ has taken down. Essentially, if you're waking up this morning, the fresh hell that we're waking up to is the DOJ is changing history, rewriting history, scrubbing its website of any reference to January 6 defendants or insurrectionists. So here's how I need your help. Let me know in the comments of any specific January 6 defendant or instance that you want archived, that you want preserved, and I'm working to preserve them. I'm going to throw them in my Substack, linked in bio, and we're just going to keep making sure that history cannot be rewritten, because I think that's an important job right now. Happy Saturday morning to all who celebrate.
Did he say happy Saturday morning to all that celebrate?
Yeah, I think he mean Memorial Day, Memorial
Oh.
Day weekend.
What's up with his hair?
He's a dad now. He's stressed out. He got a newborn. I think maybe like 2 months
What
now.
that mean?
He might just woke up like, oh shit, there's stuff going on. He probably didn't even do that. Just got right to it. But so we have the DOJ who's trying to rewrite history. They trying to erase everything that happened with January 6th. The thing is, what they did was what's they call it's basically treason. What those people did, and the fact that you want to erase that these people committed treason and they created a fund to give them money for treason against the United States. It's just that's a whole new level of corruption. And to just be like, yeah, we're going to do it We don't care about what y'all think. Like that is the most dumbest thing I've ever heard, or that it's just stupid. And it's almost like why? Like why do you even want to protect these people? Well, they because they are MAGA supporter. I guess that's the reason why you want to protect these people. But in 2 years, and this whole MAGA thing is over. Do they think that somehow this information isn't going to come back with a new administration and new administration put all the stuff back up?
Mm-mm.
Like if we have journalists and stuff archiving all these kind of things, like isn't this stuff is going to come back up? And on top of that, like why are you trying to? Why are you protecting them?
Right.
Like I said, it needs to go back where the DOJ operated separate from the president of the United States, and I feel like the president of the United States should not be telling the DOJ what to do or how to conduct themselves. Previous presidents, I mean, I think there was one, but that led to him being like impeached. But the previous presidents like Joe Biden, Obama, even Bush, the second Bush, Bill Clinton, you did not hear about them pressuring the DOJ to go out and do the kind of things that Trump is asking his DOJ to do. It's just ridiculous. I'm ready for it to be over. So, let's talk about a woman who got arrested for reporting dirty water. A story found by Aaron. So here we go.
A Texas woman was arrested after sounding the alarm over the water quality in her town in a Facebook post. The town, Trinidad, Texas. The water looks like this. This is an image obtained by Fox 4. Jennifer Combs, a woman who lives in Trinidad, Texas, posted on Facebook about the water quality in the area. She described the water to look like the Trinity River was flowing through the taps. I mean, look at it. It's brown. It kind of looks like that, right? After her post in which she sounded the alarm over the water quality in the town, she was arrested. Cops came over, charged her with a felony false alarm or report, and she spent a night in jail. According to Fox 4, she's now suing the police department, claiming that the arrest was as a result of political retaliation. And while now we're learning that the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality actually confirmed to Fox 4 that it received a complaint regarding the water quality in Trinidad, as you can see, and that investigation is ongoing. Ask yourselves, why would a town want to silence a person posting about horrible water quality in the town by making them go to jail, by arresting them? Spread the word, follow for more.
That looked like that. What was that town over there in Michigan? That's what that water looked like. Your microphone out working? Oh,
Flint.
oh yeah, Flint, Michigan. That's what that water looked like. And how dare y'all arrest somebody for reporting dirty, contaminated water? So like she's supposed to cook, bathe, and drink that? And
Like
y'all
they do
arrest me?
realize that everybody can see that, right? I ain't even gotta say nothing. Just turn on the tap water. They
Like
do realize everybody can see that, right?
right. Like, what is we doing? So now I'm happy they're doing an investigation. And that lady needs to, you sue until that department ain't got a cent to their name. You take every dang tax dollar from whatever county, city you live in. You take all of it to make me spend a night in jail. And we got this on my record. And now my fingerprints in the system. So if I do commit a crime, my fingerprints automatically pop up and stuff. So now I got to be real careful about the crimes I commit because y'all don't took me to jail over reporting some dirty water. What is wrong with people? Just sad.
I'm done with you.
Oh, so let's head into the next one.
Wait until you hear this shit. Donald Trump's election security czar, Kurt Olson, tried to ban voting machines used in nearly half the United States of America in an effort to take control of state elections, federalize them in the process. A new report from Reuters has confirmed that the Trump administration seized voting machines in Puerto Rico. Voting machines run by Dominion Voting Systems. As part of their efforts in an effort to try to take over elections, they took apart the voting machines and looked to see whether or not any parts used were made or manufactured in foreign countries, specifically adversaries to the United States. They then brainstormed over how they can take over state elections, how the federal government can do that. Now, this effort fell apart. Why? Because Olson couldn't justify going to this length. But it did get to the point where Commerce Department lawyers at least considered legal justification for doing so. We talk a lot about the upcoming midterm elections. Well, behind the scenes right now, there are real efforts in an effort to take over the state and local elections. And well, people need to know about it. Spread the word, follow for more.
If that's not, I'm trying to steal the election at its finest.
Why he always trying to do something with Puerto Rico, man?
I don't. It's like because he feel like because in his head Puerto Rico is not part of America. Just like he don't know he the president of the Virgin Islands. Is that, so he's like, yeah, I'm going to take over their voting system. Like, dude, what are we doing? And it is to go people be some people like, yeah, he did the right thing. Like, no, our voting machines have worked fine for years.
Mm-mm.
Like, sir, that's you. That's all. You just lost. Accept the fact that you lost, and if accept the fact when the midterms come around, you're going to lose again. Just accept it.
Mm-hmm.
But by the way, I still don't know who's running for governor in the state of Wisconsin. Can y'all do better at letting us know who's running for governor? Because I don't know any of the candidates. Our current governor, Tony Evers, is retiring, and I have no idea who's running to take his place on both Republican or Democrat side. I still don't know. So I guess when November come, I'm just guessing at that point because I just ain't got no clue what's going on locally here. So do better, whoever in charge of elections. I don't know because I haven't seen no smear campaigns or nothing. Like normally you see like commercials, even on
Well, I
YouTube
mean,
and
when did
stuff.
he announce that he wasn't running
Well,
again?
he announced that he wasn't running by like back in like January, February. He announced that he
Oh,
wasn't running for governor again. So it's been all these. Like I know it's been talks like about people running for governor, but then it's like I don't know any of the people that's running for governor. Like I haven't heard anything. Like normally during like election season,
April.
YouTube is like full of commercials about government stuff, like smear campaigns and stuff, and they just haven't been any. So I'm like, I don't know who's running for governor in the state of Wisconsin. Y'all need to do better. All right, next clip.
We have some news right now. There is a rift emerging inside the New York Giants locker room after their starting quarterback Jackson Dart introduced Donald Trump at a rally in New York yesterday. This morning, Abdul Carter, who is the starting linebacker for the New York Giants, also was their top pick in the NFL draft last season, one of their best defensive players, has come out against his starting quarterback. Quote, thought this was AI. What are we doing, man? That's what Abdul Carter is saying this morning after Jackson Dart, the starting quarterback, chose to go on stage and introduce the president. Now, it's very rare to see players in the NFL or in any league, while they're playing, get into politics like Dart did. But he chose to do that, and now his locker room is breaking up because of his decision. Now, this is an issue that will certainly plague the Giants heading into their offseason program and then into the NFL season, and we'll see how other players react to their quarterback standing side by side with the President of the United States. Follow for more.
Now, first thing first, I know a lot of people will say, "What is he mad for?" It's the fact that you're the quarterback, so you're the leader of our team, and you went publicly and stood next to and introduced a known racist sex offender, and then like we all know that the NFL is being taken over by black people. So you're gonna have a lot of black people in your team. So for you to go and do something like that, and Trump doesn't care for minorities, that was the total wrong decision for that player to go do, in my personal opinion. That's
I mean, I'm not surprised.
right. We're not surprised by it. It's just a simple fact, like, sir, if y'all they gonna have a shitty season. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that New York Jets was a team, by the way, for a minute. But yeah, they're gonna have a very shitty season going into next season because now nobody's gonna work or play with them. So now you're gonna have a shitty season, and it's all your fault. I hope.
Well, okay.
I guess I gotta contact Dan Housen and have him curse the New York Jets now. So. Let's head into the next clip.
Here's Donald Trump explaining to us taxpayers why we have to pay $1.776 billion.
Justice Department has this new fund that was announced today, $1.7 billion.
Yeah.
Why should taxpayers pay for the January 6th?
Well, it's been very well received, I have to tell you. I know very little about it. I wasn't involved in the whole creation of it and the negotiation. But this is reimbursing people that were horribly treated, horribly treated. It's anti-weaponization. They've been weaponized. They've been, in some cases, imprisoned wrongly. They paid legal fees that they didn't have. They've gone bankrupt. Their lives have been destroyed. And they turn out to be right. I mean, it was a terrible period of time in the history of our country. And they worked on it. I know the Justice Department, it's really been working on it very hard. There's been numerous other occasions over the years where things like this have been done, but these were people that were weaponized and really treated brutally by a system that was so corrupt, with corrupt people running it, and they're getting reimbursed for their legal fees and the other things that they had to suffer. Yeah, please. Dan?
So in other words, if you do the crimes for Donald Trump and go to prison for your crimes, don't worry. When it's all said and done, he's going to make sure the taxpayers reimburse you for what you did. Now, what kind of sense does that make? First of all, when did it become a good idea to reward criminals for their bad behavior? Secondly, why do we have to pay for it? Huh, Donald Trump? And then last and final, even if he does create this fund, listen up, Trump supporters. Do you really think he's going to give you the money or keep it to himself? Think long and hard about that while you're cheering this little idea he's got on.
I mean, all valid points. I don't really see it moving forward, you know?
It's just the fact that he had to just say a corrupt government system. Like, sir, you are the most corrupt person there is in government, and you got the nerves to say that it was a corrupt government system that put the January 6th insurrectionist people in jail. People who committed treason against the United States of America and stormed the nation's capital. Like, is it you giving them money, treason to the United States? Like,
what was the deal that you actually told these people? Do this and I'll get you that?
That's what I'm like. Because I guess in his head, he sent out that tweet telling him to go storm the Capitol, whatever he did that he told them to go do. And I guess he thought that was going to be enough to overturn the election, and I'm going to get back in office. And I just... Okay, yep, next clip, because I'm going to get angry.
There is a sort of gold rush of corruption happening right now in the Trump administration. They know that best case scenario, they've got a little over 2 years left. And worst case scenario, well, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So they are now figuring out, how can we just take money? How can we just line our own pockets? And the latest way, of course, is this slush fund that Donald Trump has agreed to for dropping his $10 billion lawsuit. There will be a $1.7 billion slush fund to be distributed to Trump's friends and allies, essentially, who Trump claims have been unfairly charged or sued or whatever. And Donald Trump is now claiming people love this, that the country loves this. He mentioned this at an event unveiling Trump RX, which is Trump's prescription drug website. We'll talk about that later. Not exactly boisterous applause as the orange leader was introduced.
Donald J. Trump.
Well, thank you very much. It's great to be here.
Yeah. You organized the event. It's funny. I'm really honored to be here at this event that I organized.
I mean, what the people on the stage, was that the only people there? Because where was the rest of the applause? It looked like a set to me.
It looked like a set. Like you say, like you're happy to be at an event that you organized yourself. Like, oh, what are we doing? I can't. I just can't. Like, what are we doing? Okay, and so about this slush fund, our favorite, well, Tina's one of Tina's favorite. Well, I don't know what you call 'em, bloggers, whatever you want to call it, newspaper people, independent journalists, Rosy Cheeks, had something to say about it also. So here we go.
Hey, Rosy Cheeks.
Well, there you have it. Donald Trump's corruption just got even worse. So you know how Trump and his DOJ just launched this $1.8 billion slush fund so they can basically pay taxpayer money to their friends and allies? The deal just got even sweeter for Trump. In a newly posted one-page document, the Justice Department details that it is now prohibited as part of this deal from pursuing tax claims against Trump or his family in the future. And guess who the document was signed by? Todd Blanche, Donald Trump's attorney general, and his former personal attorney. And look at how insane this document is. It says the United States releases, waives, acquits, and forever discharges each of the plaintiffs from and is hereby forever barred and precluded from prosecuting or pursuing any and all claims against Donald Trump, his family members, and his companies. So to be clear, Donald Trump is not only stealing $1.8 billion worth of taxpayer money, he's also protecting himself from any prosecution surrounding this case forever. It is the most corrupt thing a president has done in modern American history. It is disgusting.
I'm with you when you're right.
Right. He also said that he should apply to get some money from that slush fund because if you guys don't remember, I don't know if it was last year or early this year, where Trump was on his phone late at night making AI videos, and he made a video where there was a fighter jet
About
flying
him.
around dropping
Yeah.
poop on
He was
people.
on,
He was one
yeah.
of the people that so he said he should apply for this money to get paid for the slush fund also.
I do
So
remember that.
let's get into the entertainment part of the show. The entertaining parts where I went online and found a bunch of random clips we can go high at to try to make things better after just going through this depressing news and stuff that's going on in the world. So here we go with the
Are
first
we
clip.
not going to talk about the White House?
Oh, I
shooter?
did forget about that. Oh, yeah. White House shooting. So there was this lady on TV. She was reporting live. I believe she was from Fox News, and they hear blah 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 blah, and you just hear all these gunshots going off, right? And then, according to Tina, right, there was this black man who visited the White House last year, back in 2025, and he had some mental health issues and stuff going on, right? And so this is a known person, so they came in contact with this person before. So this man showed up at the White House with a pistol and fired 2 shots, blah blah, and he shot one person. But then they was like, they just shot him dead. But like y'all know, he got mental health issues. Like I said, y'all, when I told Tina, like the Secret Service people, they got ways of taking down people without really killing them and stuff. They can aim for the foot, the leg. They got really good shots. You know, you Secret Service, you got really good shots, so you ain't got a reason to do that. But they killed this black man dead right at 2. Then this happened a block away from the White House. But yet, when the white man with the rifle got into the same building as the president and ran right past Secret Service and security, and then he lived to tell the tale. I just can't believe it.
Yeah, with a whole semi-automatic rifle.
Right.
And in the report, it says, so his name is Nazir Best. He was 21 years old. And they said he pulled out a pistol.
You know how long it takes to shoot a next round in a pistol?
And he was a block away from the White House. And when the other guy got into the White House, we saw the video. He got into the White House, ran past the checkpoint, the metal detector, with a large rifle.
And nothing happened. He lived to tell the tale. But a black man shoots somebody three blocks away, well, 1 block away, and y'all shoot him dead. First of all, y'all should be used to gunshots. The White House is right on the corner from the ghetto. I've been to the White House, I think, twice now. It's around the corner from the ghetto. Frederick
Mhm.
Douglass house is not too far away from there either. It's in the ghetto wall. So I was at Frederick Douglass house, and we was on the outside in the parking lot, so about to go inside his house and stuff. And here goes somebody riding past with a Chevy sitting on 24s. I said, yeah, this the ghetto. Talking about
Why it
the
gotta be the
ghetto.
ghetto just because you said Chevy on 24s?
Oh, it looked like the ghetto. I mean, it looked like
Oh, y'all, he's so
it,
bougie.
it looked like 20. It looked like 21st and Locust.
So what he needs to say is that the surrounding area around Pennsylvania Avenue is not
Once you
what
leave
we
it,
expect, seeing as though the White House is basically sitting right
you make one right hand turn off of Pennsylvania Avenue, and you are in the ghetto. What I mean by ghetto, I mean crackheads.
there.
Uh,
They understand what you mean about ghetto,
oh,
bougie.
I ain't bougie.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, I live in Baldwin Hills. Hell, it ain't bougie. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's bougetto. It's this
Mm-hmm.
house next door to me, y'all. They crash in their backyard.
We not talking about your
Oh,
neighbors.
oh.
I
Well,
heard enough
yeah.
of that earlier. Mm-mm.
I was
Mm-mm.
just saying, fine, but yeah, ain't no way that man should be shot dead. Ain't no way.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
All right, now,
We gonna get into some high videos.
yeah, I just had a notification pop up at the bottom. I ain't know what it means. So I'm just going to ignore it. So I'm gonna head into the next clip. All right,
You
here we
need to
go.
take a nap.
I do need that.
One more thing. Why do you think he dropped his lawsuit against the IRS?
This tells you everything you need to know. First of all, obviously, this is just mind-blowing corruption. Under his own view, he controls the IRS. He sued the IRS for $10 billion. Then he decides, oh, okay, we're going to have a settlement. $1.7 billion in a slush fund that Donald Trump controls who the deciders are. It's done in secret. And nobody has any idea what the claim is or what the reason is why the slush fund. That's what he wants to do. Now, he ran into problems in the court because he is basically both parties,
Yeah.
right?
So he's suing himself.
Exactly. And you can't do that.
Yeah.
You have to have an adverse relationship. And so the judge asked for a briefing and was going to have a hearing on Wednesday to see whether or not this case could go forward. And so rather than wait until the judge
Embarrasses him.
they settle the case today, Monday. But it's worse than that because most cases, when they get a settlement, they get it approved and ratified by the judge in order for the actual case to be dismissed. They didn't want this settlement because it's so egregiously corrupt and unlawful to go before the judge. So they just withdrew the case.
They just withdrew it.
They withdrew
so they didn't
it.
win anything.
They're calling it a settlement, but it is literally just an agreement based on Donald Trump's allegation that he's owed $10 billion and then the IRS and the Department of Justice saying, oh, okay, well, we'll settle it for, 1/5 of that. It was all a ruse to create this for this absolutely bogus weaponization, politicization stuff that they're claiming.
He's taking L's left and right in the courts, and especially the ones where he's trying to get, back revenge for his political rivals or enemies. He's losing almost all of them, if not all of them.
So he's losing all of them. So now this is a way around it where he can reward the Proud Boys and the 3%ers who stormed the Capitol at his direction, who he then pardoned on day one. And now he's got a slush fund to give them all money. He is buying a militia, and we should not turn our head from it, because if you thought those people were ready to storm the Capitol on January 6, 2021, imagine what they're ready to do now that they know they have impunity. They will not be charged. They were just pardoned. And now they're bought and paid for.
That's why I worry about
right.
not January, about November of 2026.
You're
Because
absolutely
what's
right.
going to happen at the polling places? The intimidation. What's going to happen afterwards if he says the elections are fake or whatever and they can't go into whatever place?
Yeah.
And then he has this private militia.
Yeah.
That's going to help to carry that out.
Was that man holding a can of water that said Dasani?
I wasn't paying attention.
I could have sworn it said Dasani.
I was just distracted by like, sir, you clearly see them over here recording or doing whatever they is doing with the
Dude
yellow
over
shirt
there,
on.
the yellow.
Get out the camera view, sir. You just want to be on. You don't even know what this for. You just want to be on the damn camera. I'm sorry, y'all. I thought that was gonna be a funny video. I didn't know. But that
They
gave
did
me
a
a
good
better.
job of explaining it though,
Yeah,
so I
that's to
like
say,
that.
yeah, it gave me a better idea and an understanding of the corruption part, and I didn't know it was basically like, I didn't know it was basically Donald Trump suing Donald Trump with the whole $10 billion thing when he was trying to sue them for that. So I
Right.
didn't know that part. So yeah, it gave me a lot of detail and perspective how the whole process worked and why he withdrew it because there's a whole new level of corruption. So it makes a lot of sense. All right, so like I said, funny videos. Here we go. Yay, we made it.
You ever had a triple scooper before?
No. I usually just get one.
Just one? Well, if you come with me, I can hook you up and get you a double.
Ooh.
You want to go?
Hold on. Is this your dad?
I don't know this guy.
Just a new friend, that's all. Just,
How old are you?
You gonna come?
I'm 8.
She's 8. You trying to make friends with 8-year-olds? Hey, look, I got a bunch of games on my phone. You can go ahead and play it. Come here, bro.
What's up?
I done told you multiple times. I think she's straight. This is an 8-year-old girl. You older than my grandma.
Well, do you know her?
Please go away.
You know her?
Yo, bro, we in a park full of kids. You about to make me act like a character. Please, bro, go away.
I didn't plan every. That wasn't what I was.
Kudos to that young man.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a setup. It was a skit, clearly.
It was a setup to see how he would react to the situation. But yeah, I feel like he handled that respectfully, and without making a scene or whatever. He said, "I want to get out of character, but you need to go." So yeah, I understand everything that he did.
We need everybody to be like that. See something,
Right.
say something.
Right. This next video is a bit of a doozy, but I
Is
feel
it
like
funny?
it's not. I don't know if it's funny.
Oh,
But it's
Jesus
something
Christ.
that we.
He promised us funny clips.
I know. I didn't plan this out that well. But I feel like this is something that we all have gone through when it comes to trying to cancel a damn membership. So I'm going to play this clip.
Oh my God, PTSD.
Why is canceling a membership the most rage-inducing thing ever? Apparently last year I bought a Best Buy membership and it just got renewed today. I see the charge on my account and I'm like, oh no, I don't need that. So I go to cancel it, right? Cancel it in the website. Mind you, this charge happened like 2 seconds ago. Website says, you're going to get no refund. I'm like, nah, that's not going to work for me because I didn't even know I had this. So I click chat with a representative. Nothing happens. I reload it. I click it again. Nothing happens. I reload it. I click it again. Nothing happens. 4th time, nothing happens. So I click call. I call. It's an AI agent, if you will. Agent's like, what are you calling for? And I'm like, I want to cancel my membership. After the 60-second long intro where it gives you a menu of options that make you want to kill yourself, I'm like, cancel my membership. And it's like, you want to cancel your membership? I'm like, yes. What membership? I was like, there's only one. The Best Buy membership for the store. That's why I'm calling you. So I'm like, the Best Buy membership? And it's like, you want to cancel your Best Buy membership? I'm like, yes. And it's like, okay, we can offer you a refund of $0. I was like, no, that's not gonna work for me. I need the money back. And it goes, okay, goodbye. And it hangs up. What? Call back again. AI agent again. I'm like, representative. It's like, okay, to help connect you to the best representative, what should I tell them? And I'm like, I'm trying to cancel my membership. It's like, what membership? I'm like, oh my God, the Best Buy membership. It's like, okay, I can give you a refund of $0. I'm like, what? I was like, I don't want you. I want the agent. I'm like, give me an agent. And then it's like, okay, to help best connect you to the right agent again. So I'm like, oh, I was like, agent. And finally, it just rings somebody. It's a human. I'm going to be honest, the human suspiciously sounded like another AI. And I'm like, am I being gaslit right now? Just AI with a better accent? And so I'm like, okay. I'm trying to cancel my membership. Because I was like, I want to cancel my membership because it auto-renewed and I didn't know I had it. And she goes, okay, what membership? I'm like, oh my God, how many memberships do you people have? I was like, I just want to cancel the membership that I have. I want to cancel that one. Whatever's on my account, there's only one. Cancel it. And she's like, okay, why are you canceling it? I'm like, I just said because I didn't know I had it and I want to get rid of it. I'm like, it doesn't even matter. Just cancel it. And she goes, I'm obviously not crashing out on her. I'm trying to be as nice as possible. I'm trying to hold it together. And she's like, okay, well, if I cancel this membership, you're going to be missing out on 4 great benefits. First, you're going to be missing, and she just proceeds to start listing them out in great detail, like the fine print at the bottom of a contract. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, no, it's okay. Like, you don't have to read through them all. Please, stop. She just keeps going. She's like, 2. I'm like, please, stop reading the benefits. I don't care. I want to cancel the membership. And she's like, 3. I'm like, seriously, stop. And she's like, okay. I'm like, oh my God. At least we stopped at 3, right? And then we're canceling it. And she goes, there seems to be a glitch in my system. It says I can only give you $0 refund. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna end it all. I'm listing you and then Suicide Note Best Buy. Jesus. So she's like, she puts me on hold for like 2 minutes, and now I'm forced to listen to like a terrible violin cover of some song I've never heard, like elevator music. And then she comes back like 2 minutes later, and she's like, I couldn't cancel it. Well, a lot of good that did for me. And then she goes, well, I had to send it to another team to request them to cancel it. They should do it in 2 days. Or they should. So now we just have to hope I remember in 2 days that I will probably have to call the AI agent again and beg for a real person to cancel this membership. Oh my God. Not to mention, when we were on the phone, she kept trying to investigate why I had the membership in the first place. She was like, well, it seems last year on this date exactly. I'm like, yeah, I gathered that because it renewed on the 1-year date. That's what the email said. And you bought it with another purchase. I'm like, I don't care why I have it. I am aware of the fact that I now possess the membership. I am trying to get rid of the membership. Okay, let's focus on the objective.
You might as well just use that membership for the rest of the year, bro. Just give it a. That's why I'd be like, damn, I forgot about that. Well, I guess I'll just wait until.
But why is it so stressful to cancel a membership? Like, why do y'all make it so hard? Like, I don't
know. I feel like everything has. So at first, I used to like the AI options, right? You know, press this for that, press this for that, you know, this for that, for this department. I used to like it, but now it kind of feels like it's inhibiting us from actually talking to a real person, right? Probably because they don't have a lot of people in the call center. And it try to get AI to troubleshoot whatever's going on, right? So I get it. But some of us realize that AI is not going to be able to solve our issue. And when we say we need to talk to a real person, just let us talk to a real person. Most of us are okay with sitting on hold, okay? Like, if we really need to talk to a real person, or like he said, why was the chat not enabled? So that's something else I like to use. You can get a real person very quickly, right? Which I feel like it's a really good thing that they did, because a lot of us have a hard time understanding people with accents, you know? That's just something Americans are just not good at, unfortunately, right? So we're terrible at that. It ain't the fault of nobody else but our own. We just suck at that as a whole. Okay.
I got a truth moment. I'm one of those people. It's been so many times where I could call the company. I'm like, can you please put somebody on the phone that can speak clearing?
And then it's people like you that call and say stuff like that. So the chat option for you is something that you should use.
I feel like the chat option doesn't work. It worked for certain stores and something like that, but it's certain things where I feel like the chat option is horrible, because even with the chat option, you still get an AI thing, and you explain it to the AI thing what you need, and then be like, well, do you want that? Like, that's not what I just asked you for. Because sometimes I can't stand the AI thing, because sometimes you be like, bitch, I want a refund. And just, you can't do that with AI. It's just I feel like with AI you just keep going in circles over and over again. I just hate it. I don't want it. It's like Tina said, I will stay on the hold. You said it's a 25-minute wait. I will stay on hold for 25 minutes to talk to you and cuss you out about my money and hang up the phone.
Well, I feel like because we're millennials and that's what we grew up on. You know what I'm saying? So I can see somebody like Gen Z, they're not gonna stay on hold that long unless it's something that they really absolutely need.
Taylor Swift tickets. Yeah. All right, so let's head into.
Did you just blurt out Taylor Swift tickets?
That's what Gen Z was staying on the phone that long, on hold that long for Taylor Swift tickets. Yeah.
You're clearly not a Swiftie.
I'm not. I don't like it. Here we go.
In America, it don't matter who you choose, because we all gonna pay the price together. You don't want this one? Fine. Don't be complaining about who up next, just because it happened to be Donald J. Darth Vader Trump. I don't give a what you think about him. That mother is excited. You do not know what he finna do tomorrow. He been office 200 days. He done 200 things. First thing he did is come in and fired all the wrong people. Fired 1,000 people at the Nuclear Security Administration. The next day he said, well, what did they do?
They took care of the bombs, Mr. President.
Well, get them the back in here. You know I didn't mean them. I meant TSA, the one with the shoes. He fired thousands of people at the FAA, and then 14 planes landed upside down in 14 days. Y'all didn't say sometimes they land like that. No, they don't. They told him only 28% of our 8th graders can read. He said,
That's a good ha-has.
What happened to the rest of it?
Oh, it was only a minute and 10 seconds.
Oh.
She's like, no, I'm not gonna find the rest of it.
I was like, he said what? I love me some Cat Williams.
Not the planes was landing upside down for 14 days.
They're supposed to do that.
Nobody said that.
No, they're not. It was, man. It was just like, what do you mean it was another plane? And another one just landing.
Lately, we just had the UPS one. No, it wasn't a UPS one. It was the other plane that was coming in for a landing, and it hit the top of a truck flying over a highway. Like, yeah, this man it's just horrible. So this next clip, y'all. If you stutter, please do not get into an argument with your girlfriend. That's all I got to say. So I'm gonna play the clip.
No. So really?
They argue, dog.
So you're gonna be responsible. I give you the fucking I pay the bills. Stop. I give you money to pay bills, and you do shit behind my back.
I'll give you if I want, you wouldn't say shit. You wouldn't say shit about me. You always you wouldn't say shit about me.
No, fuck
you wouldn't
that.
say shit about
So
what?
what did you got on last night? Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, you
the fucking rent money. Where the fuck we supposed to go now? Where the fuck we supposed to go?
If I would you wouldn't say shit. Listen, where
the fuck we supposed to go?
I'm gonna figure it out.
No, you always trying to figure shit out. You couldn't figure out how the fucking money is.
Because if I didn't you wouldn't say shit right now. You wouldn't say like a motherfucker. You wouldn't say a motherfucking word. You wouldn't say shit with you. If I didn't fucking word.
We didn't fucking win. Where the fuck we supposed to go? Your mama house?
So? We got with my kids.
His friend ain't shit.
I don't even want to know how you came across that.
That came from one of my late night doom scrolling on Instagram. The friend recording that shit, like, look, he get real mad. He stuttered when he get real mad. Okay, let me pull it back together. Okay. Oh, but yeah, if
that was funny.
If you stutter, please don't get into argument with your girlfriend. Let's head into this next clip because I feel like this defines a lot of this. This is the very definition of a lot of black people. So here we go.
The police outside. in his freaking video. Oh God.
That where?
Nigga, move.
Go on, go. Take it back up. Hold on.
In the car. I found it. In the car.
I'm confused. Was they going to be nosy? They got in the car? That's one thing coming out on the porch. I thought that's where it was going to stop.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, there was a point in time. There was this one time. It was something happening, and I wanted to be nosy and know what was going on. So I got my car, drove around the block to make it seem like I was going somewhere. I was really just driving past the scene and be nosy.
I don't know how do y'all be so nosy? I real life do not be caring.
I be wanting to know. I be wanting to know. Like one time it was a bunch of it was something happening in the alley, and it was like a bunch of police cars back there, lights and flashing and all that kind of stuff. I didn't want nothing from Burger King, but I got in my car, went to Burger King just so I could see what was going on.
You terrible.
I was nosy. I ain't gonna. I have my nosy moments sometimes. Okay, fine, whatever. Let's head into the next clip.
Straight, I'm feeling it. Feel like Call of Duty in this bitch. Boy, I swear to God, bro, on my soul, I'm killing Kel on my mama. I'm not coming outside no more. Oh shit, these niggas tripping. Damn! Should stay my bitch ass in the house, cuz. Fuck, I should have stayed on the game. Bro, I just got off of Warzone. Bitch, I ain't trying to come outside to another one. Man, no, son, I just know you lying. Fuck, hey, who on this line? He said, hey, who on this line? Hey, go follow me on the ground.
That's a shame. That all that shooting in an open parking lot, y'all some sitting targets, boy.
I swear, I'm like,
y'all some ducks in an open parking lot like that. I'm happy they had two cars next to each other just a little bit.
Right, that's what I'm like. That's why people like, you should come. This is why. That's why I be at home. This is why I be at home.
You stuck right there. Ooh.
Lord. So this next video, what time are we at? So this next video is about a young woman who I guess she was trying to date a YN and she kind of messed. Let's listen to her experience.
The YN I was messing with made me come sit against the wall because he said I'm really just not ready for the young nigga activity that I think I am. And it's all because he said he was about to go run some plays. And he said I was just a little too excited to go with him to run some plays. But anyway, he took me to go run the plays. And when he ran inside, I guess I've been listening to too much NBA Youngboy. And when he came back out, I had his shiesty on with the switchy hanging out the car. Because I thought we was running down on the ops. It was his weed man. He now has ops. Because he couldn't explain to him what it looked like a setup. Anyway, so we got out of there. And when we pulled over, he was like, look, I'm stressed out. Freak this black for me. I didn't know what that meant. So I turned on Freak Me Baby. And I started like dancing real sexy with the black. He gonna snatch it out of my hand talking about, bruh, for real? I was like, I ain't know what you meant. He was like, you know what? Never mind. He was like, I really need some of this gas. You want to roll it for me? I've only seen it be rolled once. So I pulled up a YouTube tutorial and set it on the dash. And he side-eyed me and looked at me. He said, "Have you ever rolled a blunt before?" I said, "Duh, no." It was the wettest, ugliest blunt ever. And that was the last of his weed. And he can't get no more weed until he find a new weed man. Because the weed man we pulled up on is now his ops because of me. I think he gonna date young bitches after this.
She ain't no true OG. She ain't no true OG. You wasn't. Yeah, she must have been a square when she was younger.
I'll be
Sad.
honest. I didn't know what some of them terms was either.
Oh, I understood all of them, but
When he said "freak the black," I was the same thing. Like,
you
is
make
that a
it
song?
softer because they be stiff. So you just kind of roll it a little gently to make it a lot softer, and it's easier to smoke.
I ain't a smoker, so I don't know anything about that. I ain't never had no.
Just letting you know that's what it means.
Okay. I got two clips. Luckily, one is like 58 seconds, other one is 21 seconds. But yeah, I don't think that young man is gonna be with dating older women for the
She
time.
is the wrong one. She the wrong one.
Oh, but here we go.
Please tell me why you stopping me?
Yeah, I'm about to.
Huh?
I'm about to.
What?
I'm about to tell you.
Stop sign?
No, I said I'm.
What stop sign, man?
Means you were higher than twice the legal limit.
Twice in legal minute?
I can help you talk to somebody.
He didn't use his turn signal! Can I make my phone call?
Who you gonna call?
Huh?
Who you gonna call?
Yo, mama.
All right.
You don't even know who you talking to. You don't even know who you playing with.
Really phone. Man, shut your broke out my window.
Which one?
Yeah.
Hey, stop right now. Stop. Relax.
He just jumped
John, he just jumped from the banister again.
Speak back.
Relax. What's going on? Why are you jumping?
That was a lot going on in one clip. Wait.
Stop sign.
What stop sign?
You need this air out the window. Stop sign. Twice the legal minute?
Like what? That's be my mentality sometimes. I be at work and it'd be sometimes like, damn, I was fucked up some shit. And I'd be like, you said I did what?
Who,
no,
me?
that was me?
Yeah, there you go.
All right. All right, let's head to this last one. Here we go.
I don't know what's happening, but there's a Domino's tow truck. But that's a cat. That cat is looking at me. There's a cat in this tow truck. Tow truck, Domino's, cat.
Wait. I got so many questions. Wait.
She was clearly being nosy.
That? Where did Domino's get a tow truck? Will they have a towing service?
Maybe he delivered pizzas when he's not towing vehicles, and the cat is his emotional support animal. That's what it looked like to me. That's a possible scenario.
That sounds very expensive to be using a tow truck to deliver a pizza.
It's a 2-for-1 deal.
Oh.
He can go pick up a car on his way back.
Oh God. Okay, help me, Jesus. Oh, okay.
He got a vehicle.
Let's head into final thoughts.
Oh, look, it's me first for the final thoughts. Okay, so I'm always going to kick it off like this, and I don't know if Martell has rubbed off on me. It's a possibility. He's a bad influence, but gas and food are too damn high. You usually don't hear me say that because I'm like,
damn high.
Because I'm just like, oh, inflation. But yeah, no, somebody tripping. I ain't it. How you trying to build a $1 point whatever billion secure ballroom. And again, why does a ballroom need to be secure? What about the rest of the White House? Like, what's happening? Number two, now you got this slush fund. And I'm trying to figure out why is food and gas still so damn high? Now you go over somewhere, poking your nose at some stuff, getting into arguments with people, and now the rest of us got to be broke because you don't know how to sit down and your old tail want a whole ballroom. Go sit somewhere. And that's my final thought.
Gas is too damn high. Gas, I know it ain't as high as some places because that one dude in California, that shit's like $8.29 a gallon. You're like, God. So right now, currently in the Midwest where we live at, it's by my house where I live at, it's $4.79 still a gallon for gas. Gas is too damn high. Food is too damn high. You know what? You used to be able to live off $100. You could go to the grocery store and buy $100 worth of food and be able to live off the $100 food for a whole week. $100 food worth of food lasts you a half of a day now. Food is too high. Gas is too high. You want to spend billions of dollars on ballrooms and slush funds and your baby mamas and all this other kind of stuff. And they don't even get me started on the reflection pool that you don't messed up over there in Washington, by the way, too, Donald J. Trump. You know, you just wasted a lot of government money, and yeah, you can't solve a simple problem of making food affordable, making gas cheaper. You on Truth Social late at night making AI videos and tweeting and stuff. Then you got the still got the Strait of Hormuz or whatever the hell it's called still closed. You don't even know what you got to close for. You just got to close. Matter of fact, did you ever give Cuba back their damn oil? Them people over there, gas is $40 a gallon because you got a blockade going to Cuba so they can't get gas and stuff. What the hell is you doing? You know what? You need to go sit down and have several seats and really sit in the corner and think about you. Matter of fact, you just need to Melania. I know you ain't think that he was going to live this long. We could tell by how your face be all scrunched up that you just sick of this man and you ain't really signed up for all this, presidential stuff and all this other kind of stuff. And I think it was you that was behind the assassinations. I just want you to know that you ain't succeed. And that's my final thoughts. Why you look at me like that?
When being a sugar baby goes wrong.
That's exactly what it is. Okay. With all that being said, thank you all for tuning in to this episode of Same Cast Different Day podcast. Make sure that you check out our social media accounts. I'm going to make sure I start posting our clips on Twitter because somebody asked me about that. So I will be posting our clips on Twitter. And we'll see you all in the next episode of Same Cast Different Day podcast, which will be next weekend, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And we'll see you all in the next one. Okay, bye-bye. We're going to see y'all. Okay, all right now. Okay, all right.
Bye.